Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back for another live chat on my channel. Today we are going into my 2020 favorites. So I've done most of my makeup, but I did want to save a few things just to do on camera with you guys. But we're going to be going through items that I personally have purchased this year. Whether or not they came out this year is a different story, but they're new to me. So a lot of things probably came out previously. But if you're interested in seeing what products were on my top makeup list for 2020, then definitely stay tuned. If you are here watching the replay, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate you. And if you're coming here for the live chat, then thank you as well. I appreciate all the comments and the chatting back and forth. It's super fun. So let's just hop into it. Well, you know what? Since we're trying to talk about all the products, I'll just wait a little bit as people come in and stuff. So guys, the live has been pushed a little bit earlier today, so thank you for coming through early, and there will be no live tomorrow, but I hope you all have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and happy holidays and all that stuff. And we will see you next Tuesday for a live chat then. Okay, I'm gonna put my Laneige balm on. I guess I would certainly call this a favorite. It's not anything new. The flavor is new to me. This gummy bear flavor, I think it is. It's really new to me, and I love it. It's really good. So, all right, you guys. So we're just going to get into it. I'm going to get into starting with the base in the order that I put the makeup on. So I don't have a favorite primer. I don't know. I don't have a favorite primer. I've just been using the Tatcha Silk Canvas for the most part for the year, the liquid, and the balm occasionally, but for the most part, I've been using the liquid and then dabbling here and there to other primers that I have in my collection, but I don't really have a favorite to talk about. For foundation, I have a few favorites. And first, I'm going to share with you all the Lemare foundation. So this is the Lemare Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, SPF 20, and I am in the shade 430 Chestnut. I do believe I could go for a different shade. Oh, hi, Chai. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for listening and being safe on the road. I appreciate you, definitely. But yes, this Lemare, this would definitely be on my favorites for 2020. I got this in January, and it's really good. I know it's old. I'm new to the party, but it's really good. Okay. Nice finish. Every time I wear it, it just looks really good on the skin. I'm not wearing it today. I had to choose, but it just really looks nice. It has a nice, I would say, satin finish, but it's good. It's really good. And it's expensive, but it's good. Okay. And then a new one this year, the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This is really good. If you don't like fragrance, if you don't like, essential oil, I think it has lavender in it. So if you don't like that, then you wouldn't be interested in it. But I find that the soft matte claim is very true on this foundation. I am in the shade 10.5 Mocha. I really like it. And as I'm mentioning products, definitely if you're here in the chat, put your 2 cents in. I'd be interested to know what you guys like. I know, Chai, you like the Lemare foundation. Chai's driving, if I didn't mention that. So yeah. So that one's a good one. Tom Ford Soft Matte. Now, a newer one in my collection is the Garland Essential, and I purchased this during the Selfridges sale that they had in November, I think it was. Yeah, it was during my 30 days of live videos, and I used this for a good week and a half straight. It's really nice. I like it. It has a natural finish. It's not really heavy. It is a nice, I won't say thin formula, but it's not real thick, It blends out nicely. It's a nice color for me. I'm in the shade 055N. So I like this one. And so I'm wearing a combination of this foundation. And then I wanted to put this like a runner up but I think it should be in the favorite. I don't know. I like the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover Foundation. This is for you if you really enjoy full coverage. I mean, it can be sheared down. It can be sheared down, but this is bringing that coverage. It's nice and creamy. I did see some reviews that were saying that they felt it was dry, but it's not for me. I got the full size, maybe the travel size or the sample size that you can purchase. Maybe it has a different consistency. I don't know, but this is very nice skin-like foundation. You need a very tiny amount, very tiny, very, very tiny amount. When I say tiny, I'm not playing with you. If you try to use a whole pump of this foundation, you're going to be in some trouble. It's going to be a mess. So it's going to last you a while. And I have it in the shade N09, but I think I can go to W0. Was it 7? If you're in the chat and you have this foundation, I think Nikki told me it's W07, maybe 8. I don't know. But one of the W shades, I can probably go with that. This on its own is a little bit dark for me. So I mixed this, a smidge of this, that dotted across my face, and then some of the Lemare, and I like the skin the way it's looking. So that's what I have on the face today. And so those are my 4 foundation favorites for 2020. Okay, concealer is going to be nice and easy. I've only got 2. All right. The Hourglass Concealer. The Hourglass, does that have a particular name for this? Vanish. Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Umber. And I'm almost out of this. I have so many concealers in my collection, and I'm basically done. Like, you can see through the container and stuff. I need to get another one. But then also the Pat McGrath. I don't know if this came out this year, but I believe I got it this year. And so I'm in the shade MD27, and this is another one that I'm almost out. So I know these are favorites because I'm running out of them. I'm trying not to repurchase them because I need to get through my other concealers, but these are really good. The coverage, very nice. The shade range, very nice. They're not overly matte under the eyes. They, I would say maybe a soft matte, but they're not drying. The concealers don't fall into my lines really easily, especially when I set. And so those are my top for 2020. Definitely. And I don't have any desire to go and try others, with the other concealers that I have. I'm like, okay, this one's cool, but is there something better? These are good. I'm happy with these. So yes, really nice. Okay. And then going along with that Pat concealer, the Pat Under Eye Blurring Powder. I know it's real small. I know it's tiny. It's super tiny, but I really like it. I have it in the deep shade, which doesn't look very deep, but it's a nice shade for setting my under eye. It blends in very nicely. As you can see, I don't look ashy or anything under my eyes. It's nice and blurring. You like the oh, hi. Oh, from France. That is very kind. Thank you. Thanks for coming through. Leonami? Is that how you say it? Let me know. Thank you. I love that you came through. Thank you so much. Yeah, but this is really good. And I like that. I like it so much. I use it all over wherever I put my concealer. So in my T-zone and stuff, everything looks blurred and stuff. I do have pores. I don't do any particular special prep for my pores usually. So I think I get a nice, decent set and everything blurs nicely. No weird darkening of the powder under the eyes. Like sometimes I have experience with different powders. This is good. I wouldn't mind this in a larger size, more shades to just do my whole face. I wouldn't do my whole face in the shade setting my entire face. But if she came out with this as an all over face setting powder, that would be nice. Or even as a bronzer, Okay, this is good. Okay. All right. So the next step in my routine after I set my under eye is I'm going to do go into my cream products. And so let's talk about cream bronzer, cream contour. And I tried this year. I'm all animated with the hands. Okay. It is. Or it is what it is. Now, the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in Intensity 3. I know it's not new, but it's new to me and it's so good. It's so good. Ignore the, it's looking a little dirty in this little white balm product, but it's good. It blends out so nicely. I used it today. And I put this on, of course, on top of my foundation with a concentrated brush. Today I used this brush from the Esom Kinky Sweat collaboration. This is the T47, and I just press that into the hollows of my cheek where I want my contour to be. Do a little bit of a, flicking motion to kind of blend it up a little bit. Pat over it with my sponge, and it blends out very nicely. So I like it. I like that it's nice and rich for me. It's real dark, y'all. So if you're my skin tone, hi Lock Maiden, how are you? Here's what that one looks like, intensity 3. If you're my skin tone or deeper, a little bit deeper, I think you can work with it. Like that's the shade blended out. And so you can see the depth there. It's good. It's really good. So I like that. And I do, just to talk about it, since it's in the same compact, I like the balm too. It's a nice base for the way I use it, a nice base for any powder highlight that you want to put on top of it to help that just blend into the skin, melt into the skin. It's really good. The whole compact is very nice. Okay. And do I have another? That's the only cream bronzer, cream contour that I want to talk about. So I would say that definitely a favorite for 2020. And then cream blush. Okay. All right. So the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blushes. These are good. I think they got mixed reviews because they're not as intense as you would think when you're looking at the color. Like when you put it on, it's kind of a sheer one, like a sheer effect, but it's good. This is Drama Class, the purple one that looked a little bit scary when you're looking at the picture of the colors, but it's so nice on my skin. I'm not wearing this one, but I'm sure I have a video on using all of these products that I'm talking about, certainly. So, oh, thank you. Said you love my hair. That's kind of you. I had to do something to it last night. I was tired of messing with it. Okay. You're bike riding. Okay, that's fun. Cool. So yes, this one is good. It's good. And then the other shade that I have is Coolberry. And this one is more rosy. This is the one that I actually have on today. You can see it has like a golden tone to it, like a golden shift to it. It's not matte like Drama Class. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So this is the one that I have on today. And you can see it has a little bit of a golden feel to it. Hi, Dammy Coco. Cream, hello. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming through. Am I saying it right? Dammy? Let me know. And Cream, thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. So this is Coolberry. Let me show you guys the other one, Drama Class. I would say Drama Class is the one that I like the most just because, okay, cool. Thank you. And there's Drama Class. So it's not too bad. It's not like bright purple and stuff, especially when you blend it out. It just, it gives this nice effect on the skin. And so blends out sheer, but it's good. I like it. And so I'm using Coolberry on the cheeks today. Let's see. Let me wipe this off. And then I must say, the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush products. I only have 2 of the shades. I have Ballet Slippers, and then I have Black Cherry. Similar to her foundation, these are very, very pigmented. You don't need a lot. I mean, I use a decent amount of the Ballet Slippers just because it's a lighter color, but it's nice. And it's nice, and this one you can get away with if you're my skin tone using a bit more because you can see that it's a lighter tone. Hi, Vanish. How are you? Thank you for coming through. Ballet Slippers, really nice. And actually, Just Glow Firefly. I know that's her name on Instagram. She uses, and she's a white woman. She uses this shade, and it works nicely on her skin tone too. So it's very versatile, this ballet slipper shade. Hi, Molly. How are you doing? Ballet slippers. Okay, and then let me show you guys Black Cherry. Now, I have a video with both of these, of course, on my channel as well. I'm not going to do too much of Black Cherry just because this one is intense. You guys have seen me use this on camera, and it can get crazy. This one here. Oh, hide that. That's Black Cherry, and it's very nice. Blends out nicely, but this amount that I've put on my hand would be enough for both of my cheeks because it's just so pigmented, but it's really nice. It blends nicely onto the skin, and because it is a cream, because it, it's nice and creamy, it gives you that glow on your cheeks, which is very pretty. So I like these. So those are my two favorites, these formulas of blush and those two shades, the 2 shades of the Fenty and the 2 shades of the Nessamyrix. Oh yeah, it's really nice. And I think it's a new shade from that she released this year. At least it said new when I ordered it on Beautylish earlier in the summer. So yeah, really good. Now for cream highlight, I already mentioned the Tom Ford, like that balm, the balm portion of the Intensity 3. This product here, that's good. It's good. It's more like a clear base. So, but this from Charlotte Tilbury, I have it on here. Oh my gosh. This Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand in medium. It's so good. It is so good. I had to get this after I saw the Behind the Beauty where they interviewed, is it Adiola? I don't know if I'm saying, I think I'm confusing makeup artists and brands. I don't think that's her name, but I saw Glam Girl Chelsea wear whatever she had on in that Behind the Beauty interview. It's good. It was so good. She was just glowing. It was like the sun was just sitting on her face or something. It was just really nice. And so here is that shade, the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand in medium. It blends out so nicely. And I'm thinking, okay, Glam Girl Chelsea is rocking this one. It's going to be too light for me because Glam Girl Chelsea is a lot lighter than me. Like a few shades lighter than me. And it works so beautifully, guys. And it blends out over powder nicely. It blends out over a cream and over your foundation very nicely. I go in directly on my face with it and then blend with my sponge over top. Or if I'm wanting to be more cautious, if you're wanting to be more cautious and not wanting to go directly with the wand on your face, I pat it on the edge of my sponge and then press it onto my face. Blends nicely, doesn't pick up the foundation or powder or anything underneath it. Is good. So I'm considering more of these because she has it in different shades, of course, like Gold Gasm and all that, Pink Gasm, something like that. You said you haven't tried the Beauty Light Wand, you have the contour. How do you like the contour? I've heard good things about the contour. I'm not I wasn't sure if they would have a shade for me, so I didn't bother purchasing. But I have heard great things. Yep, I have heard great things. So maybe I'll have the contour. Sorry, I was trying to check my text message because I think my husband has to make a run, so I want to make sure I see if he leaves. All right, so there we go. That's all I have on the face. Of course, my brows are done. Nothing fun about the brows. I will mention, if you are interested, that I did try the ABH brow pen. I've been using this every day since I've purchased it, and I really like it because I don't have eyebrow hairs. You guys have seen me come onto the camera, onto YouTube with my regular brows, and I overplucked them for years, and now they're non-existent. So I like to feather some little brow hairs on. And I think the best way for me to do that is with more like I don't want to call it a marker, but it's like a liner, but this is a brow pen and I have it in the shade dark brown. So that's what I use on top of like a brow pencil. You said the contour wand dries down. You don't have to set it. Okay. And yes, you would have to swatch it because you have medium dark. Okay. It blends like a dream though. Okay. You have the same shade. Okay. And you guys are both lighter than me. So do you guys know if that's the darkest shade? Hi, Victoria. Thank you for coming through. Okay. All right, you guys. So next steps after all of this. Oh, powdering the face. I didn't try a lot of like, setting powders and things like that, but I'm really still enjoying the By Terry powder, the Hyaluronic Hydra powder in the shade medium dark. And then also, I use this more of as a finishing powder, this Givenchy Prisme Libre powder in the shade number 6, Flanelle Epicy. Yeah, so I like this a lot. It blurs the skin when I'm doing it as a finishing powder. It doesn't provide a lot of color like your finishing powder really should not. And it blurs. So this is the number 6 shade. This is the deepest shade. It has the 4 colors. I just knock it all out into the top, blend my brush in, and then use it that way. I have had an instance where there was a lot of pink that came out and I didn't really do a good enough swirl, so I was looking a little pink. So that's one thing that you might want to be cautious of, but that was me. I was in a hurry and stuff, and I didn't really pay too much attention to the fact that my brush was mostly pink. But other than that, it's been good. I like it. It doesn't get you too mad or anything like that. So it provides a nice finish to the skin. You said you want to get the Chantecaille brow gel to see if it would help with your brows growing. Yeah, I just have to get into a routine about it because I'll try something and then I'm like, okay, but you got to do it for consistency is key. And so that's what my thing is. I got to be consistent. So yeah. Okay. Oh, you said that you have the ABH brow pen in medium brown and you love it. So yes, I want to try another one. I think dark brown may be a little dark, but I just haven't explored another shade. But I'm curious to try another one. But yeah, I've been liking it a lot. You have Tom Ford Intensity 1 palette, and the Charlotte Tilbury one is a little deeper. Oh, interesting. Ask Mo to swatch the shades next to each other. She has both as well. Okay. Interesting. All right, cool. I will do that. Okay, guys. So that's it for what I've done so far. Let's set this cream blush. So I have 2 items. It's technically 1 item, but 2 shades, and it's the Suku blush palettes. These are really nice. They're really nice. They're very expensive, but they're good. I like the shades. This is 102. This is 102. So I really like the richness of these tones. Like these are very everyday blush tones for me. And the highlights in this one, they are a little more subtle. Let me show you guys a couple. I don't know if I've ever I don't have a dedicated video to these palettes because I don't know. I just got them during my, I guess, little break that I was doing after I went right back to work. But they're good. These highlights are more everyday, a little bit more subtle, not as intense. So here is the 1 shade, and here's, okay. And then there's another highlight shade. They don't have names. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Beauty Wand, so ignore that. But these are 2 of the highlights there. They're nice. They're nice. They're not boom in your face, especially when you blend them out. They look shinier on the swatch than, of course, what you're going to get when you blend them out on your cheek. You said you have a Suku single blush and you love it so much. Yeah. Girl, are you considering the palettes? Not to encourage, extra buying and stuff like that. Just curious. Just curious. So, and then let me swatch some of the blush shades from the 102. So I really like this type of a shade, a nice berry muted type thing. It's not super, super bright, has some depth to it. And so I don't see blush swatches sometimes aren't the greatest because of course they're going to show up differently on your cheek and stuff. And they're not, I don't know, you don't want it to be so pigmented that you have a hard time with it on your face. But let me see, that blended out nicely. And then, okay, so here we go. So that's one of the shades. The more reddish tone is right there. And then the more purple tone. It's not purple, but you know what I'm saying. This one. So they look nice on the cheeks. Nice colors for deeper skin tones. But 101 is not bad for deeper skin tones at all. I like all of these shades here as well. You're getting more of a pop, a little bit more of a brightness. So I use both of these together. Sometimes I use them separate, of course, but I like going in with some of the more everyday type tones in the 102 and then adding a pop on the, you know, I won't say balls of the cheeks, but you know, this little chunky area with one of the shades from this one. And it looks nice. So, and then let me see, we've got two highlights here. Let me show you guys these two. Okay. Now these are lighter. So as you can see, this one looks pretty icy, but I think just adding that right on the tip to get that extra pop right on the very highest point of your cheekbone. And then we've got another icier one here. So we've got, you know, a deeper toned one and then one that's a little bit brighter. So I would say those are my two blush favorites. What else? I want to say the Charlotte Tilbury Walk of No Shame. That's a good blush too, and I don't have it right here over here with me to show to you guys, but that's a good one if you like single blushes. That's fantastic, at least especially on my skin tone. I think everybody that I've seen talk about it enjoys it though. So for the setting of the face of the not concealer, cream blush, let me get my blush brush. I'm just going to use this brush from, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, I took some time this past weekend to do them. You say you try to stay away from buying mini palettes. Okay, you use them less. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to stay away from buying these palettes too, because it's like, how much blush can you actually use? But these are so good, so I'm happy I got them. So in the 101 palette, I'm gonna go into this shade. Let's try that one. Yeah, the Walk of No Shame blush. It's a good one. And then I'm just gonna put this down. I think it will complement the Coolberry that we put down from the Fenty Cheeks Out. So yeah, this is a nice blush. All the blushes look nice on me. So yeah, I like that tone. So yes, I like that. And then for highlight, you guys know what? I want to also mention another highlight. You know, aside from the ones that are in that palette, this Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo, an incandescent. I know it's not new, but this is good. This is really good. Every Tom Ford highlighter that I've tried has been great. I've not been disappointed in any of them. Look at this. That shine is just great, and it's so smooth. The Suku ones are smooth too. This is smooth. I like a smooth highlight, man. And then the blush is fantastic, and it's a luminous blush. I don't need any more luminosity, but I mean, it don't hurt. I mean, It's nice. It is nice. So I hope this is still stuff. I got it on sale. Not sure if that means it's being discontinued. I don't know, but I got it on sale and it's good. I'm going to use this one, this highlight here, to pop on top of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And it just goes down so nicely. It goes down so nicely. I also have Flicker. I didn't put it in the favorites because I haven't gotten as much use out of it as I have this one, but it's nice too. So certainly if there's a sale and stuff, I would recommend these. I mean, even if it's not on sale, if you're willing to spend full price for it, I don't think you'll be mad. Look at the shine. And of course, you know, it might look a little intense, but you know, I go through and do my buffing at the end with my Givenchy powder. It's good. It's good. So certainly favorites there. Now, I also wanted to mention to you all the Natasha Denona Sculpting Powder. This is in the shade number 5 Deep. It's good. I did not know, and I'm saying that with everything. I mean, these are my favorites, so I think they're all good. I like this a lot. So it's a nice, deep, rich tone for me for contouring. I was so surprised. Look at the depth on that. I was so surprised when I had seen Vicky J use this on her channel, and I was like, Natasha Denona has a contour product that will work for me? She said, oh, yes. So it was in my wish list for a while, and then I finally purchased it, and it blends out very nicely. Here it is here. Not the greatest swatch, but there it has a slight coolness to it, which is good for a contour. So I did put that on before I turned on the camera, so I'm not going to show that, but yeah. Then for bronzer, of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in number 4 Deep. This has been very good to me as well. I like this one a lot. And then there's that next to it. And so you can see this one has a little, you know, a bit more red to it, like a bronzer you might expect from a bronzer. So they're both really nice. So those are, you know, my top bronzer contour items as far as powder is concerned. Now, have we finished? We've gotten all done with all the base. Base has been completed. So let's talk about eyeshadow. That's my favorite eyeshadow, okay? You guys know that's my favorite. All right, so when I was going through my eyeshadows that I had purchased this year, I feel like I made a lot of purchases. So I was trying to get on myself, like you can't pick every palette to put into your favorites. That doesn't make sense. Every purchase that you made this year is not a favorite. But I narrowed it down to 4, I think. You know, not 4, I think. I narrowed it down to 4, and I think they're good choices, is what I'm trying to say. So, of course, we have to say the Divine Rose 2. How many videos do I have on my channel that I've used this palette in? Even if they're not related to, like, even if the video is not dedicated to this palette, I'm still using it, you know, just for other purposes, just for demonstrating and all that other, you know, other things. So this is so nice. This is so nice. I just recently did a live video with this palette, and I think you guys enjoyed the looks that came out. I certainly did. And it's very versatile. It's not just a eyeshadow palette. We've got 2 blushes, at least I do, 2 blushes in here. This shade here, this peach tone. Where are the names? I try to, you know, be good about naming the names. Okay, so Naked Blush, the peach right there. That's a nice blush. And then the pink Rose Seduction. Those are beautiful blush shades. And actually, if I went with a light hand with that, I could probably make that work as a blush. I haven't tried it, but just looking at it, I'm like, I think that could work as a blush as well. We've got highlight in here from this bronze shade. That's Bronze Rose 005. I use that as a highlight in the live video I did, and it's just beautiful. This shade here, I don't have to go into it with you guys because you already know. It's just real good. It's really good. So this one is a top, and then of course the packaging. This pink, I'm so happy I was able to get the limited edition packaging. It's so good. Okay, Natasha Denona bronze palette. I really like this palette. I know there are some, it's not anything super, out of the box as far as like the tones and things, but the curation of shades in this palette is very nice. The formulas are beautiful. I haven't had an issue with any of them blending out or, being patchy, of course. And the shine on some of these metallics is just really beautiful. Now, there is a drawback. Right when you're looking at it, you're like, where's the depth? This shade is the only deep shade. Yes, I know. That's the only deep shade. But it works for me. I love Deep Dive. That's what that shade is called. It's really pretty in all the looks that I've used it with. And I've done, I think I have a 5-look video on my channel with this. And I've done an all metallic look with this palette. It's nice. I really enjoyed this palette. I really did. And certainly a favorite for 2020. Now, the Natasha Denona Glare palette. You guys know I like this palette. It's right up my alley with all these cool tones. Once again, there are some shades that you probably would think is probably not going to look too different on the eye. These two shades here, actually on camera, they're looking quite different. But in person, I think these two shades look a bit similar. So, I mean, maybe that's a drawback. But hey, if two shades look similar out of, 15, I don't mind it. I've got some depth options here with this shade here called Smoke. I didn't rearrange the palette, so just FYI. So Smoke, okay, Smoke right there gives me some good depth. And then, of course, the Lash Line shade gives me some good depth. And also Outer Eyelid, this shade here. It's like, brownish, bronze, metallic. I get some good depth with that shade as well. So I find the options to be nice for me. Yeah, those 3 are just really beautiful, really wearable. Yeah, I certainly agree. So yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one too. Now, could she have named the shades differently? Certainly. I wish she would have just kept it pushing with the, regular names that other brands do, or that she's done historically, just put some cute names on it and call it a day, versus like center eyelid, outer eyelid, all that stuff. But the names of the shades aside, it's a very good palette if you like cool tones. Okay. And of course I have a video. I have a live on my channel with this palette. I don't have a dedicated, like regular, typical YouTube video for it, but it's good. Okay. And then this is more of like, I guess like a runner-up, but I really like the Trio Chrome palette, Trio Chrome, whatever you want to call it. I like this palette. When I was looking through my looks for the 30 days of lives that I did, this one, the looks that I created with this palette stand out to me the most. They're so vibrant, so colorful. Is good, man. So of course, maybe we could have had some other metallics in here, to kind of balance out with the 3, multi-chrome, duochrome, whatever you want to call them, shades in the middle. We could have, had some other options. But hey, I don't care. This is cute. It's nice. The green row, it's just so beautiful. Oh, you got your glam palette today. You know what? I just looked at your message on Instagram, and I'm glad you're saying it's beautiful. It is beautiful, and I hope you enjoy looking at, wearing it and stuff. That's awesome. The purple row is nice. So once again, I'm not seeing a lot of depth in this palette, but we have the dark green here and then the dark purple. But I'm interested interested in trying more looks with not so much of a dark crease. Because I did the look with the Flora Fantasia quad from Pat McGrath that has no depth in it at all, at least on my skin tone. And those looks were pretty cute, which really was surprising for me. So yeah, I'm happy with this palette and I want to use it more. So for today, I think I'm going to use this palette. So let's get into it. That's why I came on here with no eyes. No eyes. Y'all know what I mean. No eyeshadow on, and I'm just going to do one look. All right. So you guys, y'all just been listening and stuff. Some of you guys' favorites. I know, Vanish, you've been chiming in and stuff like that with your favorites and commenting on some of the things that I'm sharing. But what are you guys' favorites? Let me get some water. Let's see. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? Oh, and while I'm paused, can I share with you guys? Some things came in the mail today. And then I'm going to get back to the eyeshadow. My order from Clarity Cosmetics came. And I ordered from Clarity Cosmetics, a Black-owned brand. I have a video on my channel in which I used one of their older palettes. I got this Berry Rose palette. Look at that packaging. It's so pretty. It's like, you know, those, I don't want to call it quartz. I don't know what type of rock or stone or something. It just looks really pretty. And so that's the same on the actual cardboard packaging. And here is the color story on the inside. This is really pretty. So it's all matte except for 2 shades. We've got a really nice, shiny, vibrant, silvery tone. I think it has like a slight hint of like lavender to it. And then this shade here is a nice, shiny purple. I would consider it more of, I don't know. I would consider this to be more foiled and this to be not so much foiled, but it still has a sheen to it. So I'm looking forward to using this. I don't know when, but I'm looking forward to using that. And then the Chocolate Seduction palette came in the mail. This is, of course, also from Clarity. And this is what this one looks like. Nice everyday tones. This is a pressed glitter. I won't get much use out of that. I did swatch it and stuff. And like any other pressed glitter, it just seems like it's going to be a hassle to use. But the rest of these shades are absolutely stunning. See, these are all metallics, and then we have a row of mattes. So I'm excited to use this everyday palette and go Clarity Cosmetics. This one is actually being discontinued, so you could probably, if you were interested, probably get it for less than full price. I got these for 40% off, like a secret sale that they were having. They like emailed their email list, and so yeah, very nice. And then you guys, I got a gift in the mail. Oh my Lord. Somebody wants to send me something. Oh my gosh. One of you beautiful people reached out to me and asked me for my address so you can send me a gift. Okay. I was just at a loss for words. I'm like, okay, sure. Huh? Okay. So anyways, I got my package and the Treatment Enzyme Peel Cleansing Powder that I talked about in a video in the live last week. I said I want the enzyme powder and the cream moisturizer, whatever it's called, the essential moisturizer from Mori Pacific. And she got me the powder. Who does that? The cleansing powder. Like, it's so thoughtful because she heard what I said in the live video that I wanted this item, and she went and purchased it and sent it to me. Oh my God, I gotta stop talking. All right, now, then I also mentioned that I want to try the water cream. from Tasha. And so she got me the set with the water cream and then the deep cleanse. And I am just so grateful and very humbled. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you, Lock Maiden, for sending me these items. It was just so fun. Who does that? Okay, thank you. Just thank you so much. So those are the goodies that came in the mail today. Now, I failed to charge my battery last night. So what I think is going to happen is that this camera is going to cut off and then we're going to revert to my laptop camera, which is unfortunate because it's not the same quality. But just going to keep it pushing, okay? Because I didn't get to do my eyes. So because I talk too much. So all right, so that's all I wanted to share real quick before we get into the eye look. So I'm going to try to do, not try, we're going to get it done. I'm going to go into this tungsten shade here. It was very sweet, guys. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And then I was in my car opening my box and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. Those are the best gifts when somebody listens to what you actually wanted and then takes the effort to go and look for the item. And then, okay. So I'm going to go into tungsten. That's the shade, and the last shade in the middle row. And of course, I did ask her if I could shout her out, and she said yes. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so here we go. That shade goes down really nicely. And it has a nice purple hint to it. Yeah, that's nice. It blends out so nicely. This shade is really, it's really nice. And it's interesting because it looks different, a little different in the pan. It's going on to my eyelid or to my transition area, a bit richer than what I would have expected from that shade. Okay, let me do that on the other side. So are you all ready for the holiday? I'm getting there, but not all the way ready. Okay. All right, and then what do you want to do next? I'm going to put a color flip. I want to put that one all over, right? Let's put that all over the lid and see how that goes. Because I did say I wanted to start doing more looks that aren't, you know, my traditional of, you want to bypass holidays and go straight to 2021. Yeah, it's been an interesting holiday season, to say the least. Oh, I'm putting glitter glue down. Okay. And let's take color flip all over. Actually, I'm going to leave my outer V free right here. Just leave that blank a little bit. Okay. There we go. So you can kind of see the flip on this. I understand why she called this more of like the everyday type row, just because it's a little bit more subtle in its color intensity and the colors that it's, you know, flipping in and out of. Like it's more like a lighter pink lavender tone into a greenish golden type shade. So you can see more in person and things like that with the lights and things. Sometimes it doesn't really show up too well on camera, but it's cute. I'm going to go with Carob, the green tone, and you know, I'm just playing around kind of. So I don't know how this is going to look, but I'm going in with a brush and I'm going to put that on the outer V area and blend out into the crease a bit. Make sure it's fading. And for me to have gone in with a fluffy brush and that on my brush, I think it's laid down quite nicely and nice and, you know, intense. Okay. Gonna do that on the other side. Okay. All right. I think that's kind of cute. It's interesting. It's different, but I think it looks really nice together. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush I used with tungsten, get a little bit more of the tungsten on it, and make sure that's fading nicely into the transition area. Okay. And then for my brow bone and my inner corner, I'm going to use my Tom Ford highlight just because this really doesn't have a type of shade, that type of shade for me to, you know, highlight my brow bone and stuff with. I actually want to, oh, thank you, Pretty Distracted Nails. Thank you. I'm going to take a small brush. I'm going to go into Scrap. I said, oh, that is called Scarab. I'm going to go into Scrap. These are the names of the tones is similar. Scrap and Scarab, at least they look similar when you look at them real quick in the pan or in the, you know, in the palette. I'm going to take this more like a liner effect along the lash line. Okay. Give that a nice sweep. And I'm going to use some actual liner as well because it's giving me some intensity, but not as much as I'm wanting. Okay. And then going back with color flip just a bit to make sure that that liner didn't affect or didn't completely cover it up. You know. Okay. Interesting. That's nice. Nice. So, all right. Just adding finishing touches, going back and adding more to get it to the way that I want it. Now for liner. I haven't tried any new liners as far as like liquid liner. I will say for pencil liner, I did try the Pat McGrath pencils this year, and I like them. They're really good. So do I have one? I know my black is in the other room. I finally found it. Actually, my husband found it in a suitcase. So, but I have the dark black coffee liner, you know, eyeliner from Pat. which I'm not locating right now, but it's really good. It's a favorite. Certainly that whole formula of liners from her would get my stamp of approval. I'm going to go in with another liner that I really enjoyed this year, and it's from Esom, the Esom dual-ended pencil liners. Personally, I would take a full pencil, not dual, of this aubergine shade. What I have is the aubergine slash rosé pencil. It's aubergine, rosé aubergine. I really like the aubergine side. I don't use the rosé side that much, but you know, it could be good for like if you want a brighter waterline, that type of effect. But my focus is the aubergine. And it lasts a nice amount of time. It glides on easily. So I do like this one. And then, interestingly enough, as much luxury as I talk about, I've been using this Milani Stay Put eyeliner in Duchess a lot. So I would recommend this as well. So let me show you the swatch of the aubergine. That's aubergine. It's really dark, like a dark purple tone. It's very pretty. And then the Milani, the Milani pencil is a roll-up pencil. And so there's the Milani right here. It has a slight sheen to it, but it is also, you know, a purple tone. I'm going to go in with the Esom aubergine. Just right at the lash line. Not trying to cover up too much of the scrap shade. I just wanted to add a little bit more depth at the lash line. Okay. Okay. All right, and then do a little bit of tight lining. Okay, guys, I did have a question for you. Do you guys look at YouTube stories? Aubergine is an eggplant. That's what I was gonna say. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then I didn't say it. But yeah, eggplant. That's a great way to describe tone. Do you guys look at YouTube stories? You know those little stories. I see them on my app. You know, they look like Instagram stories, like Snapchat. The way those little rectangle used to look, and you can click on it, and somebody's basically talking. Do you guys watch those? Because I never do. And I don't see any of the people that I'm subscribed to making them. However, I was curious if you looked at them, I would, you know, do those while I'm not doing my live videos. You know, like on the days that I'm not live videos, just like to touch base, hello, that type of thing. So let me know. Do you guys look at those? I asked my husband if he does. He said no, he doesn't look at them either. So I'm not sure why they're. Somebody's obviously looking at them or they wouldn't offer the service, but just curious if you guys do. Oh my gosh, I didn't have the lid on this one, so I just smashed it into my hand. Okay. Well, I don't use that side anyway. There it is. All right. Let me wipe that off. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll make it before my camera cuts off. Okay. Oh, you don't know if stories on iPad, you've never noticed them on your phone app. I know. And that's the same here. You don't even watch stories on Instagram. I'm trying to get it better about doing it, but I really don't either. So I'm just like, is everybody like me and they just ignore the stuff? Or, you know, do you guys actually watch the stuff? So mascara, Dark Star. I've been using it the entire time I've been doing lives. So y'all already could probably guess that Dark Star is the mascara for me for 2020. One of the reasons is that I'm trying to get out of, I've kind of gotten out of having multiple mascaras open at once because I know that's not good. So once I opened this one, I've stuck with it. And I've had this since it came out, but I do have a backup that I'm going to be going to next because I think I'm on my last bit of this mascara. The other mascara that I was really enjoying before this came out is the Stila XXX or Magnum or something like that. Some type of name. XXX Magnum Mascara. It's really good, but you have to like a really large wand. If you don't like a large like mascara brush wand, whatever you want to call it, then you're not gonna enjoy that mascara. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for the feedback. You're enjoying the live. Thank you. Come journey with me. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming through. So yeah, I do enjoy this mascara. I'm interested in trying others, but since I like this so much, I've not been so interested as far as to just actually go and purchase a mascara. I have been dabbling a bit into this Marc Jacobs new mascara called At Lashed, but I have that because I just, put in the code to get it for free with my $25 purchase from Sephora. But next year, I'm thinking I want to try the Gucci mascara. So many of you rave about that one. And I also want to try the Chantecaille mascara that's supposed to help you with your lash growth. However, that mascara is $75. $75 for a mascara? I know I like the luxury and stuff, but come on now. That's expensive. Especially for something you're not supposed to wear for more than 3 months. So, I mean, I never throw I'm not a good example here, so don't do what I'm saying. I don't throw my mascara out after 3 months. Who has money to be doing that? I'm the only one using it, so I'm like, unless I had like an eye issue, and I haven't. So, but I think you're supposed to throw it out after 3 months. Oh, hi, Dawn. Oh, you didn't get the notification. So I was so busy today that I didn't even put the schedule a post until like 45 minutes before the live started. So I do apologize for that. Hi, Dawn. But thank you for coming through, Dawn. I'm saying hi again. Hi, Dawn. You can put your lash serum in your mascara and keep it pushing. That's interesting. I have never heard that. And you say you get the stories on your phone, your iPhone, but you don't watch them. Yeah. So, okay, I won't even bother with it. Because I was like, okay, maybe over this holiday, especially since tomorrow we're not doing a live, and I know I usually do live on Thursday, I could do one of those little story things, but I'm going to skip it. Why even bother if nobody's going to look at it? Yeah, this mascara is so nice, man. I really enjoy it. Okay. And y'all said I'd be taking forever on the mascara portion of my life. I didn't do anything on the lower lash line. So let me just take something real quick. I'm going to go in with manganese here. And on the small brush, and sweep that over here. Okay. And let's see. What else for favorites for 2020? So the last thing we have is lips. And for lips, I have tried some new things, but I would say what stands out for me the most are the Natasha Denona Gloss and Balm. So I purchased all 3 of these when she came out with the bronze collection. I really like the formula of these glosses. I mean, they're a gloss and a balm, so they're not real, like overly shiny, but they're, thicker than a balm and stuff. They're very moisturizing, But if you don't like that minty feel on your lips or the minty scent, then you wouldn't want to be bothered with these. I feel like they're like, the smell is like mint chocolate ice cream. Oh my gosh, I want some mint chocolate chip ice cream. Okay, but these are really nice. I like the formula on these. So I would say that this would be a favorite of mine, especially because I'm looking, whenever I'm looking for something real quick, easy to just throw in my purse and go. I don't have to worry about a lip liner, particularly the shade Caramel. This is really good. Tan, or no, yeah, this is Tan Nude. Yeah, Tan Nude. This is too light for me to go without a lip liner, but this one is really nice, easy to wear. And of course, the dark one is nice as well. Dawn requested in one of my videos when we were doing the makeup and stuff, she said, put on a vampy lip. And I said, well, this is the vampiest I got. And it came out really, really pretty. So these are my two favorite of the three that she released. And then I don't have my Propa Beauty lipsticks right here in front of me. I was trying to do some cleanup last night and I put them all back there. But I would want to give them a shout out as well because that's a formula on those lipsticks. Very beautiful nude colors that work very nicely on deep skin tones, medium skin tones. Of course, you know, everybody, but they were formulated, the colors and things like that were formulated with people of color in mind. So definitely appreciate those lipsticks there. I think I have like 5 of them, and I have a video on my channel in which I did some swatches of those, I do believe. So those would be my lip product standouts. Of course, continuously all the time, I don't have to say it, Pat McGrath lip glosses are the bomb. Okay. They're fantastic. And her lip formula is very nice for her lipsticks as well. I would say I enjoyed the Divinals as well. I wasn't a big fan of the shade range that she came out with, but the formula is very nice on those. So yeah, let me throw on some of my Natasha Denona, the caramel one. This is the medium shade. And I did feature these lipsticks, or, you know, show swatches of all of them, the gloss balms, in my bronze video for the palette. So it's not super pigmented, but you can see that it gave a little tone to the lips, and it's really nice. I like these. Let's see. I'm going to add some of the darker shade around the edge. So those are my favorites for the year. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. I was trying to, you know, get a lot into the video tonight. But I enjoyed the chat. Here's the final look with the Trial Chrome palette. And if you're curious about the other things I talked about, certainly look, you know, at the replay and stuff, and you'll see all my other favorite items too, because I talked about a lot of stuff. And this is, you know, just one of the 4 favorite eyeshadow palettes that I mentioned. And there's a lot of good ones. I just didn't have, I haven't had a lot of experience with all of them to talk about them all. Like, I'm thinking about the quad, that iconic illumination from Pat. I could have put that one in here, but I haven't had as much experience with that one. But the color story is fantastic and the formulas are fantastic. So I just didn't put it as a favorite, you know. But guys, that's it. That's it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Victoria. So certainly sound off in the comments if you're watching the replay, you know, what are some of your favorite items from 2020? And yeah, I will be talking to you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful holiday and stuff. I'll be posted on the community tab. You guys know what? I didn't even post on the community tab my look from yesterday. My apologies. But I will, you know, do some communications between now and our next live on Tuesday. And next week we'll be doing something, a blush favorites video, blush collection, something, another eyeshadow look. When I looked at the poll from yesterday, Decadence was pretty high on that poll. After, you know, I picked the palette for yesterday, the honeymoon palette. At 7 o'clock, it was in the front, in the lead. But when I checked today, Decadence and Honeymoon were tied. So I'm wondering if I should do a live with Decadence. That's a good one too. But yes, definitely stay safe, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday. And I certainly appreciate you all spending some time with me this evening. And I will be talking to you all. Thank you, Molly. I will be talking to you all on Tuesday. All right. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Bye.